Doctor Who Cold War, the 8th episode of Series 7, is written by Mark Gatiss and starring Matt Smith and Jenna Coleman, the return of an Ice Warrior. Stephen Moffat hesitated to bring them back as it considered dated in the classic series because of the suit. They move very, very slowly and spoke in a way that meant you couldn't hear a word they said. And yes, that's what they often sound like in the classic series, which sounds pretty scary. Anyway, so Mark Gatiss came up with a way to bring the Ice Warriors back, in which Stephen agreed. Mark figured that there are more room for Ice Warriors to fill the gaps with their timeline. He came up with an idea to set this episode in a submarine and chose Cold War in 1983. Caroline Skinner said the story is letting a huge Ice Warrior loose at the heart of a classic hunt for Red October style submarine movie. This episode has like a horror opening where the guy used a blowtorch to melt the ice down and something strangled him to death. As the submarine is having problems, the water is coming through and the crew is getting attacked by an Ice Warrior. The Doctor and Clara arrive to help to prevent the submarine to drop any further. The Doctor and Clara gets tied up and gets searched. Their stuff gets taken off them, including sonic screwdriver, a ball of yarn and a doll. As the TARDIS dematerialised, Clara fell into the puddle and woke up later. Liam Cunningham played Captain Zhukov, excuse my heating sound, who's in charge of Firebirds, the submarine that crashed under the North Pole. He's brilliant. David Warner played Professor Rysenko, a Soviet scientist who loves songs. I love the character. He has great chemistry with Clara as a father figure. Captain Zhukov questions the Doctor. The Doctor defends his and Clara's entrance. An Ice Warrior appeared called Grand Marshal Skuldak. Nick Briggs does a splendid job voicing him, and I think the suit is well updated. After Skuldak gets tasered, he later gets chained up. Clara has a look at it, using the radio to communicate with everyone to get to know him more. Luckily, the Doctor rescued Clara just in time. There's great casting here. Tobias Menzies played Lieutenant Stepashin, who's an officer. Josh O'Connor played Piotr, a soldier, and that was the guy who got strangled by Skuldak in the beginning of this episode. James Norton and Charlie Anson played Oneginin and Belovich, who are soldiers as well. Spencer Wilden played Skuldak, and apparently the suit isn't that heavy. The death of crew by Skuldak is pretty creepy. I wasn't exaggerated when I said it's like a horror movie, as you can see bits of blood. The bit where Skuldak removed his helmet looked grim. It was nothing you see in an Ice Warrior done before. Mark Gatiss' problem with old Ice Warriors is their hands, as they look like Lego hands. Clara wonders why Skuldak showed compassion earlier, further asking about his daughter, and when they had sung the Red Snow song. As the submarine is rising up, Skuldak said his people are there for him. The Doctor allowed him to leave peacefully, so Skuldak disappeared, which is a nice ending. Sadly, the console is still armed. Luckily, Clara quietly sung Hungry Like the Wolf. The missiles disarmed and everyone looked outside the ship. The Doctor said he had reset the HADS, which stands for Hostile Action Displacement System, which he hasn't used in a long time, and that last got mentioned in the Crotons, the second Doctor Patrick Troughton's era, and that's also the time where the Ice Warriors got first introduced. It's nice the fact that Ice Warriors making a return, as they last appeared on screen in The Monsters of Peladon. What did you think of Cold War? Let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.
Yeah.